Po. What up, people? You know what it is. Your boy Big Boosie, man. I'm back. Welcome back to Street Knowledge Podcast, man. You know I'm going to give you that informative information. I'm going to keep it 1,000. We don't do no arguing, no beefing. We just giving it to you real out here. Real, and you know, as real as it can get, should I say. So, what's going on now? I'm looking at the news and I'm seeing, man, these white people is really trying to attack us and then make stories up as if we done something to them. And it's not all white people, because like I tell y'all in other episodes, I got a lot of white friends that's good friends, and the only color they see is black and white. They don't care about no color, and I am the same. But when I see other ignorant white people out here doing ignorant things and getting away with murder, I have to speak on it, man. This the podcast that's going to keep it real. We're going to bring you informative information. We're not doing no beefing. Only thing we would do is just break down the actual problem, or when somebody's saying things in a wrong manner, we'll break it down and, you know, probably enlighten them on some things that they ain't know, or get them something to think about. But I've been watching the news, and I'm seeing the white guy, Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny goes to court and pleads not guilty for killing the man on the train. My thing is, just because he's homeless don't mean he's not a person. That's one thing. Second thing, they said this guy was in the army or was a police before or something. Don't quote me on it. But still, at the end of the day, he understands that's not a restraining move. That's a choke somebody move. That's not even a sleeper hold. A sleeper hold goes over the throat, and it will put a person to sleep. A choke hold is under the throat, where it stops off the circulation, and you will hear a person gagging and can't hardly talk, and they, you know, moving around, but he knows the difference. As far as the information that was released on him, he was in the army. He has that training. And how long does it take for you to hold him? And it was more than one guy with you. Y'all could have just really held him down with his arms or something. You chose around the neck and kept it there. And it's live on camera all over the news. But us as black people, we do things and it's broadcasted. It don't even have to be broadcasted all over the news. And we gone as quick as lightning to come through your window. But this man get arrested. Well, this man get took down to the precinct, talk to him a little bit, say a few words, and released immediately. When it's on camera that he, clear as day, choked the man and killed him, he doesn't have the right to do that. And the man did not put his hands on nobody. He didn't commit a crime or nothing. Who are they to take matters in their hand and to tell somebody to sit down and be quiet? Everybody be on the train and see bums come through there, or should I say homeless people come through there, say they piece, have their hats out, buckets, whatever. People, you either pay them no mind, or you think people might donate. But either or, in New York, we were known to mind our business. Let the police deal with that person if he on the train loitering or whatever. This man got up, put the man in a chokehold, held him down until he passed away, and he got a spank on the hand. And only reason now that they did go and lock him up is because people started protesting and was not going to stand for that. And enough is enough of these white people thinking that they can step to black people and say what they want to say and have no valid reason for doing so. That's not cool. And if it was vice versa, he would have defended himself and killed that guy, and would have killed the guy, Daniel Penny, they would have locked him up. And he probably wouldn't even got out. Because white people not going to protest. So it would have just been him, the black guy, going to jail for killing the white guy that was bothering him. And they would have seen it on camera and still would have locked him up. So now, Daniel Penny, he goes to court and he pleads not guilty. Let alone, somebody donated $3 million for his criminal defense. $3 million. They really want him to come home, but $3 million, the criminal defense not even going to cost nowhere near that. But look how they stick together and make sure that each other is all right and going against us. They're going to legally try to help this man get out of a murder that's clear as day that it's murder on the camera. And still trying to say that he was helping the people that was on the train from this guy attacking them, and they holding him until the police come, or whatever he done. It still doesn't make it right for you to choke the man and kill him. And now somebody donates $3 million. You know how many people out here that's black that's killed people in self-defense for real and still going through the ringer? Or how many people that is in jail that's innocent? How many people that done came home after serving 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, rest of their life, had been in jail over half of their life, and now they come home, and even though they give you money, but money can't bring back all the time that they spend in that jail. Nobody donated no money to help them out with their legal defense, and then later on, after the 20, 30, 40 years, they find out from one little paper or one little, well, you know, back then it wasn't text messages, but now some of them is text messages, or, you know, something so small of evidence that could have been brought in that case, and they could have came home, and it don't get entered in, you know, in the court process. How many times did that happen to black people? So now, right in front of our face now, we're seeing these things right in front of our face. How a white man could kill a black man and get away with it. Thank God the foot on the neck officer got what he got. And it was like, it was seeming like he was about to get away with that. But how is this guy going to choke somebody and kill him in front of the whole world and get away with it? And somebody felt in their heart to donate $3 million to help this man after taking another man's life away from his family. That's fair? That's crazy. Case in point, just what happened the other day, or last week sometime. Lady in the store, minding her business, trying to order her some food. Could have been your mother, my mother, your aunt, my aunt, somebody's sister. And a man comes in there bothering her. First of all, any man that want to hit on a woman, especially in an aggressive manner, as if he's fighting another man, you a coward. And this goes out to, I hope any guy that is beating on his woman, that does beat on women, hear this message. You a coward. All the men that I know that beat on women, they don't come outside and be beating up men. Because real men ain't going to have that. Real men wouldn't even deal with you if you doing that. But not only that, y'all 9 times out of 10, you be soft anyway when it comes to fighting a man. But this man the lady in there getting her food, minding her business, and this man standing there in her face, gritting hard, like, and fist balled up like he was about to fight another man. And then he proceeds to start punching on this lady as if she was a man. All this on camera. Now her little 14-year-old son sees it. The lady name is Miss Garrett Foster. Her son sees this, and he went into action immediately. Shot and killed that man to protect his mother. Because if he would have went over there fighting, he didn't have no wins fighting that man, 14-year-old little boy. Shot and killed that man. Now it goes up. It's up on camera. The prosecutors get it. Well, the prosecutors didn't get it. Let's say the police get it. And they locked the young boy up and his mother. First of all, his mother was just in there ordering food. The young boy was standing outside. And how did she get charged? Y'all see what I'm saying? They charged her also. But immediately they locked them up. They didn't take them down to the precinct and look at the film and say, oh, it was self-defense. We're gonna let you go. We'll give you a call after the prosecutors look at the film as well. They immediately locked her up. When you got this white guy, Daniel Penny, that's choking a man, take his life fully on camera, all the way to the end of this man dies, and they take him to a precinct and let him go. Please explain to me what's going on out here, people, because we are in some turmoil right now going on if we don't be careful. We can go to the store and immediately lose our life to a white person that just don't like black people. Lose our life if we self-defend ourselves against this white person, and then now we go to jail. And it's still on camera, but they overlook the black person's perspective, or the black person act inside of the crime, what they want to call it. So it's a lot of things we got to do and tighten up with. And it's a lot of things that we have to do and tighten up. And why I say that is because they know us as a whole, we don't stick together. And that's the problem. We don't stick together. Everybody want to look the best with the best clothes, the best jewelry, the best cars. They want to do it first. Now, that's cool to be in competition with us, but we should never take it too far. Sometimes that's motivation to make each other do things, but don't be envious of one another. I love to see one of my brothers get some new jewelry. Love to see one of them get some new fly cars and all that. That's a beautiful thing. At the end of the day, it inspired me to go and do the same thing if I choose to do that. But I'm only speaking about this because this is real serious. Nobody donates $3 million, $1 million, 100,000 to none of us when we get locked up. We just in there fighting for ourselves, and then a lot of us turn our backs on it, out of sight, out of mind. I'm not saying all of us, but a lot of us do. And then, a lot of us, we don't want to get involved with it. And it's a lot of black lawyers out here that can take a lot of cases pro bono. And a lot of y'all don't. A lot of y'all sit around and see us go down and down and down. And y'all will send a letter to somebody's house when y'all see their names in the system of whatever crime is for, and y'all hit them up. And when y'all oversee or overlook the paperwork, should I say, and y'all see that it might have been something corrupt inside of the case, knowing that a person don't have that type of money to pay y'all don't take it in kindness of y'all heart, get together with a few other lawyers and try to beat this crime. And that will help get us out of jail as well. So they know that we don't have nobody coming to our defense to help us. So we have to pick a public defender that just want to stand next to you, because by law, in our amendment situations, that has to be done. to, make it fair and equal while a man is sitting in court, or a woman is sitting in court fighting for their life for something that they really didn't do wrong, or sometimes didn't even have nothing to do with. But we have all these lawyers. I get it. Y'all go to school. Y'all went and work hard for what y'all got, and y'all deserve every dime. But sometimes every dime shouldn't have to be considered for the taking with a brother or sister that's in a situation and don't have no money, and only way to get out of that situation is to have a real lawyer. And we know it's a fact that public defenders do not break their necks to work hard for us. We know that for a fact. So in certain cases, if you don't have a real lawyer, them people is up. You know what I mean? I don't want to curse, but a person is messed up in a bad situation and got to deal with it, and then sit around and wait for a person or a lawyer that is compassionate to go over cases and then go in and step in because they might have heard about it through social media or looked it up and might have seen it come across their timeline or whatever, and they step in and help a person get out of jail after they done sat there so long for something that they did not do. You know how hard it is to sit in the jail cell for something that you did do, and got to be a stand-up person to sit in there and take it, opposed to sitting in there knowing you didn't do this crime that you're in there for. That make their time even harder, man. So I'm saying that to say, if we don't tighten up with what we're doing, and if we don't stick together and figure out a system to not feel hatred for one another or jealousy for one another, counting each other pockets and all, like it does. We getting ready to stay in the state of mind, in the state of bullcrap that we are in. And they're going to keep piling jails up and making money off us. And we're not going to, and we, our lawyers that can help out, that is making a lot of money, can sacrifice 1 or 2 people a year, maybe 3, I don't know, and when they pull one person in there in an unjust way, y'all go and pull them back out of there in the correct manner. You show them, nah, we ain't gonna keep letting this happen. That's another way to show that we sticking together, and let them know that we're not gonna allow y'all to keep putting our people in there unjustifiable. But when we sit around and let it happen, and then we want to fight later on to do it, what them people gonna say that is putting people in jail illegally? They gonna say, by the time they figure it out, the case will be years done and gone. Years down the drain. And that ain't right. That ain't right, man. So we gotta figure out how we need to stick together. We got to figure out how to deflect these ignorant white people that's coming towards us and causing problems, because our kids can be outside, our mothers can be outside, just going to the store, just walking to the mailbox, working, doing their jobs, babysitting, and got to take the kids to the store, and person want to come up and say something ignorant to them. It's just a whole bunch of simple stuff now that's going on that's leading to destruction of mainly our people, man. So we got to tighten up. We got to tighten up. And like I said, don't get it twisted. There's a lot of great white people out there that's for all races. They're not just looking at no color. And that's how it's supposed to be. And us as well, don't look at no color and don't judge no white person just because of another white person is ignorant. So we got to walk that walk too. So yeah, it's your boy Big Boosie. Thanks to everybody. Once again, make sure y'all share this. Subscribe to all my new faces, newcomers out there. Hit that like button, hit that notification so y'all will know I got something coming up next. And I do got something coming up next, and y'all gonna love this one. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. I gotta go take a break, make some runs, but I'll be back. And I'll be dropping that next one in a hot second later on this evening, man. So y'all, take it easy out there. Peace. Big support to all my, big shout out to all my supporters. Oh yeah, and my sponsor, Respect the Throttle, my brother G-Head. Y'all make sure y'all go to his page on IG, Respect the Throttle. This for bike lifers. If y'all like the motorcycles, the dirt bikes, the four-wheelers and all that, he got something for y'all up there. For real. So y'all stay tuned. And his YouTube page is coming for the bike lifers. We about to change the game with this Bike Life podcast, man. Respect the Throttle. Big Boosie, I'll see y'all in a minute.